93 restaurants.
And I have to talk about
Harvard Square. Yeah.
And I have to talk about Valentine's Day too. And love.
Yeah, we have grilled tuna with soy ginger vinaigrette, baby bok choy, carrot puree, and oak tree shiitake mushrooms.
Smells so good. Well, we're in Harvard Square, which is in Cambridge, or maybe Cambridge is in Harvard Square, I'm not sure which, but I'm Ken Reeves, the mayor of Cambridge, and hopefully of Harvard Square, which is in Cambridge. And I'm in love. I'm having Chef Keith Puller's Harvest restaurant in Harvard Square, tuna. Everything is healthy here, so I'm going to dive in a little. In 1968, I had a friend at Emerson College who I came to visit, and I came up out of the subway, and I burst into this square that had Hare Krishnas and hippies, and it was dirty and fun and funky, and it has stayed that. So Harvard Square, I think, is the second most important square in the country after Times Square. It's the only other square anybody knows. And what I love about Harvard Square is that you can eat well here. You can go to Harvest. Here is I'm sitting at Julia Child's table. Everybody who's anybody seems to always live in Cambridge. We have Julia Child, Yo-Yo Ma, we have Skip Gates, everybody lives here. And then just the people you don't know, but I know who are as cool, they live here too. And then we have these new restaurants, one of which is called which is you've never seen such a beautiful restaurant. It has a sort of East Asian feel and wonderful food. And we have another one called Conundrum, which is beautifully situated and with a little backyard of its own. And then if you're a dessert person, we have this, you can pull up to something called Finale, which is the perfect way to end with food. But we're also close to a couple places that are long-time Cambridge restaurants like the Casablanca, where I had lunch just the other day, where they're famous for their wonderful short rib of beef, of which I have a lot on me here. And it is in a building where my other favorite hideaway is. I should not reveal this publicly, but I love to go to the Cafe Algiers on the second floor, where they have a wonderful tuna sandwich that is like nowhere else. It comes kind of warmed up. So this square to eat, and then I should not confess this, but my other great favorite is the Hong Kong, because they have like the absolute best, what do I get? Egg foo young, you can't get it. And Hong Kong will actually deliver to your house an egg foo young for $8.10. Valentine's. Now, I have to buy a Valentine's gift, a little something, so I'm going to go to a store in Harvard Square called Lem Lem, so where my friends Lem and Phil McCrary have opened a delightful little shop, and they have these little hand-painted cycloramic pictures of the river, which are great. I'm going to go to Lem Lem, but in my own life, I found love in Harvard Square. So I happen to have fallen in love with my Harvard roommate some 39 years ago now. So, and for Valentine's Day, what we do is we make each other a card. So I'm not as adept on the computer, so I do more drawing, but it's a wonderful way to, in a personal way, say that I love you more. So that is a tour of Harvard Square and my heart. Heart came last because the square is so much bigger than any one heart. But I would think if I were going to have a romantic occasion for Halloween, not Halloween, for Valentine's or Halloween too. I would come here Halloween. In fact, we have Halloween every day in Harvard Square. That's the truth. It's hard to be like astonishing here, but the square has an energy and an excitement, and we have music here. We have a street music situation that it could not be replicated if we wanted to. So Harvard Square is just, it's an excitement lab of its own. And that means that we can tell you some of the things are going to happen, but some of them have never happened before, or they're going to happen tomorrow, or without us, or not with our instigation. So this is that kind of an edgy place. That's why we all live here, because we don't want to know for sure what's going to happen tomorrow. We want to be pleasantly surprised. And I'll tell you one other secret of the square.
Do you want to lean over and tell us the secret?
Yes. The best florist in the universe is Brattle Square. All you do is you go and you ask for Katie, and somebody will be very happy that you did. You can rely on that. I have relied on her and Brattle Square for these many years. It's a great, great, great place. And when the person you give the flowers to wants to say thank you, you tell them you want to come to dinner at Harvest. That works too. There are always many famous people. Very famous. In fact, the last time I was here for a famous person, I came with Professor Ogletree, and his luncheon guest in the famous back room was Don King, the boxing promoter with the high hair. And I was very impressed by this Don King lunch, because when the lunch was ending, Don King turned to his supernumerary next to him and told him, call the pilot and tell him to start the plane.
No.
That happened right here. And I've had lunch with Jesse Jackson here. Professor Ogletree has this thing called Saturday School, and he brings all these people, and then we all have lunch here. So this is the center of things. So from Cambridge, happy Valentine's, happy whatever day you hear this, and come to Harvest or have your harvest in Harvard Square.
Awesome. That's like the best yet. Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
my agent, I'll